Just kidding. Hey,
Hello.
what's the toughest part of going on vacation?
What are you gonna do in the car?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do in the plane?
It's getting there, you know, and you're so anxious.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? I love that question. So, do you know what helps? Because I really don't mind the travel anymore. I feel like we've got it down.
Yeah.
What helps is having exactly the right package to take with you of a variety of activities that have been put together for your group and your needs. And that's what we do with these on-the-go packages, which at the moment I think is my biggest strength. So I just put together different age groups, but really all the way through I'm going to talk about the principles and the thought process behind traveling successfully with kids and adults, though. I mean, it's a lot
we need
for
something
anyone.
to do in the car.
Absolutely. So here's my baby pile. Okay, so you pick your budget. The nice thing with on-the-go packages is that we can usually make that money go further. Because things like markers, activity books, small games, they're not as expensive as big birthday presents. So this I grabbed thinking of probably like an 18-month-old, you know, over one, still a baby. There's only so much we can do. So the goal with the babies is to make it easier, not perfect.
Yes.
This crumples. The plungy version's the one I grabbed here because you're going to notice all through here I love suction cups in the car. You can stick them to the window, you can stick them to your other things that you brought. There's just something about a suction cup in the car that is the best place for it. So this seems pretty simple, but again, rewind yourself back to being an 18-month-old. This motion is fun. You can chew on it. I like almost actually chewed on it. The sound is good. You can stick it on the window, and the bigger siblings are probably going to get involved on this one. Now, the play tab to go, I don't know why I didn't grab any extra tiles. What's cool about this is that this is a busy board on the go, but it's modular, so you can pull this out and put in a different style. So it comes with 2, but then we have 3, 6, 9, 12 options of other styles, so you can keep those on hand, and they're magnetic. So if you have something metal, I would sometimes when my kids were little travel with a cookie sheet, so that it was like they had a metal.
Something to magnetize.
Absolutely. And so then between magnets and suction cups, you can just stick things everywhere. I love books in all settings, but the car is probably my favorite. But there are tricks to successful books in the car. One, with your little one, you want it to be something that you don't need to read to them and that has some cool active element. So I grabbed this one because you can move these around and because it's animal sounds. So your baby is going to, you know, again, not your 6-month-old, but your 18-month-old is going to make the noises of all of the animals. They're going to feel like they can read the book themselves, which is what you're going for with the little ones. And then this one can be chewed on, but also in the car, it can get wet because spills happen when you have little kids in the car. So this one can get wet, it can get chewed on, and you have this added popper activity, and you can connect it to whatever you want, the car seat, the stroller. Okay, so this is my transition item because this is obviously not made for a baby. But you know what my most successful car strategy was when Veda was little? Hey Kayla, we just started, so you got in right on time. I would give Veda a whole bunch of things. This strategy was developed over time. She liked to drop things, and I didn't like to turn around and pick them up. So I started giving her piles of things to drop. Yes. And so these are all silicone. It's a set of 45 or 46 pieces. The number's on here somewhere. 46 pieces. So an older kid is going to actually play and build with it and have this is just one of my favorite car toys in the first place, but it's a lot of pieces that you can then wash when they land on your dirty car floor that you can tell your baby, oh no, you dropped one? What are you going to do now? And then they're going to drop another one. Times 46 times. So you have to be a person who can say, oh no, 46 times. But one of my favorite baby tactics is give them a bunch of things to drop on the ground. Let's see. Love that zoo book, even from our preschooler. Absolutely. That's the thing, too. I would call a lot of these car toys, especially when you're in a car and you don't have a lot of options, somewhat age neutral. An older kid than you think is going to enjoy this
Yeah.
And with limited options in the car, they're going to grab things that maybe in the house with all the toys they're not going to.
Kayla, we're melting here in Nashville as well.
Well, I'm not. I love
She's
it.
not.
But...
She loves it. But it's hot.
It is very hot.
Yeah.
Okay, my next, aging up a little. So this is more like a preschooler. However, very age neutral here. This, I think, all of the older kids are going to also enjoy, except maybe this one. Crocodile Dentist, if I haven't talked, or if you haven't heard me talk about how much I love this on the go, it's one piece, and it's a whole game. So you just go back and forth, pushing the teeth till it closes on you, and then you do it again, and again, and again, and it's one piece to keep track of. So love Crocodile Dentist on the go. And on the go applies not just to in the car, but like going to the restaurant or going on a walk. You just keep it in your pocket, and you always have that. I Spy Travel. We have a lot of card games right now, and card games are really easy to pack.
Yeah.
So this one they can play in the car and also on the vacation. This is a fun one. I've just got to stay true to myself with my magnets and my suction cups coming up next. This is In the House. So it's French. This is a metal house with a whole bunch of players to play with on the inside. Kayla does not like the heat, she says. No, I'm in the minority here. None of the rest of them like it, but our UPS guy does. We just bonded over that.
As he was dripping.
As he was. So this is going to give you a lot of pieces to play with, to do some pretend play. And the thing that I didn't point out here in the beginning is the goal of like successful on-the-go packages is that you can keep changing play patterns. So we want one thing that is going to feel like a structured game. And then we want another thing that's going to be like open-ended construction or building. And then we want something that's going to be pretend play. And then we're going to want to squish something and move into sensory play. So we want them to not just be able to change from activity book to activity book to activity book. We want them to change the entire play pattern to keep them more engaged and feel like they have more things. And so then this, I was really kind of thinking age neutral on this package. Have you looked inside of this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So the Cat in the Hat Coloring and Activity Book, one, it's a coloring book, so you can age way down. However, like look at this page that I just opened to, so let's see. So here, a coloring page. Here, learn to draw thing 1 and how many words can you make out of the letters in thing 1 and thing 2. So we like really age up the difficulty here, or you could just scribble on it. And then match everyone to their shadows, count the snowballs, but now you're decoding a message. So this is a really wide range, and it's $8.99 and it comes with a rainbow pencil. So I think this is just a win all around. Let's see. You have car only toys. Same. I do keep a whole bag of toys in my car. Keeps the novelty there. Okay, so this is a package other than this that I would enjoy for myself. But really, as far as car toys go, once you get to 10, 12, all the same things that adults are going to enjoy, the teenagers are going to also enjoy in the car. So this is your favorite for the car, right?
I love IQ puzzles of all kinds. The noodles is actually the only one that I like barely touch.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So all of these puzzles are progressive puzzles, so that it's going to, and when I say all of these, I'm only holding one, but there's a whole line of IQ puzzles. All of them show you how to set up, and then you have to get the rest of the pieces to fit onto the space. But the others are like, they have a more clear shape, or they have a more clear hole. This is just pegs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
it looks
your
tough.
brain doesn't even fully recognize like what part of the loop is missing at first. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. So IQ Noodles.
I feel that way about all their IQ
I know,
puzzles,
but you
though.
think it's going to be easier
I'm
than
like,
it is.
oh, I'll be fine, and then I get stuck on challenge 30.
Yeah. This is my controversial pick. Slime in the car.
I mean, everybody's different. Yeah, again, if you have a container, if you give them another Tupperware that's bigger that they can
And you
play,
can play
in,
in.
and the AC is going in your car.
And I put this in the older kid package, but I'm the person who gives my kid a pile of things to drop.
Yeah.
So if you're not that parent, don't do this. But in a larger Tupperware container, some kind of slime or Mad Mat or some kind of sensory toy is great, or just for the older person to squeeze.
Yeah.
Because I always say every time we talk about on the go, that for some reason, just staring out the window and watching what's passing by is easier when you're squeezing something. I think you're keeping some motion, so your body's a little engaged, and then your mind's out the looking out the window. Same concept here with the specs. These are just my personal favorite travel toys, so I had to throw them in there. I'm going to jump ahead here to...
Coloring?
I didn't grab any of the Lifelines books for this. That was silly of me.
I'm sure we'll show Lifelines.
We will. So I love to color when I am traveling, particularly on a plane. It helps my anxiety. On a car, I don't always do it. But I ordered these markers for me because the way I love to color is to kind of like do a border in a darker color and then color in the middle in the lighter color. And I was like, they built that in to the marker set right there for me. So I have a darker and a lighter green every time because you don't always have that. Sometimes you have like a bluish green. Yeah, especially with greens. And then we both like kind of the bigger, floppier ways to color. And so this book gives you a really big variety.
Right. I know better than to think that I can stay in the lines on some of those really thin.
Really,
yeah. I mean, they're beautiful.
But you really need to use a pen on
some
some of those.
And even the backs of those pages are so pretty.
Yeah, this you could definitely
sides.
color both sides, or you just almost have wallpaper. So a coloring book is a favorite for me for an adult or an older kid. This, I actually hate these, but people love them.
Yeah, people do love them.
So a Hanayama brain teaser, what better time than when you're stuck in one space for hours
to try to work
on one of these. And so it's always those, you take it apart and then can you put it back together. Kayla, you love that coloring book. Yes, it is great. And then April, alternating play also helps crossing the midline. True, yes. So this, and you see my play patterns are not as consistently different for the adults where you're, well, yeah, they are. We're puzzling, and then we're coloring, and then we're squeezing, and then this, I might give it a try. Yes, we're crafting, because it looks easier than origami, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the folds are already there.
Yeah. So this is one of a series that we have a bunch of foods and a bunch of birds that is kind of origami-ish, but it's like a thicker, like a thin cardboard, and you're making these end results of these like adorable foods and birds, things that you're probably, if you're a tween, going to display in your room. And it feels doable to me. And again, maybe like something I would only even consider attempting when I'm stuck in the car. But I kind of like the car time because I'm stuck. Yeah. As a person who's always like having a whole bunch of things asked of me, sorry, I'm in the car. And then don't think highlights is only for the little kids. We also have nearly impossible puzzles, books for puzzle people. I haven't flipped through this. Have you?
I love it. Yeah. Well, I wrapped one for Allison earlier.
Oh man, yeah. Learn the ropes. Find a path from start to finish following these rules, and then it gives you 3 rules, and this is your path. These are hard. I don't think you age out of these at any point. Dot's the answer. Oh yeah, yes. So that would really keep you busy. You're probably wondering what this package is. You're like, aren't we done?
Yeah, and that one. Did you do that one?
Oh, I skipped the middle-aged, like elementary school kids. Sorry, we went from preschool to adult. Okay, so this is like actually legitimately exactly what Jasper would use in the car. So my 9-year-old has or would enjoy everything in this file. Our favorite car activity is match the Shishibo. So I recommend everyone in the car having a Shishibo. I know that's an expensive recommendation, but you can do it over time. And then one of us makes a shape, and then all the rest of us try to match it. And I mean, the time that we get through with that. The other thing is, for some reason, this activity usually cuts down on fights. Because then we're still doing the same thing, but we're not overlapping with our pieces. Like, nothing is shared.
Makes sense.
And then also one kid can just be like, well, I'm making my own shape.
I'm done with
yes, I'm doing my own thing. World's Smallest Hungry Hippos, I just specifically over the books for in the car. This morning I said, is this fun or is this mean? This is a sticker by number book, but you have to do math first to get the numbers. And there's also a word version. So this is multiplication, ages 7 and up. My 9-year-old likes to just be given math problems.
So he would like it.
So he would like this. So you're going to do your math problems first, 2 times 3, 2 times 6. So this whole page is 2s. And then you have your stickers that are labeled with numbers. to put on it and do your sticker by numbers. So I'm curious what he's going to do with this, because he doesn't do a lot of sticker by numbers, but I think the math
He'll like that.
will actually draw him in.
Uh-huh.
And then other kids would be like, how dare you make me
Try
do
to put math into
It's
my
summer and
sticker
I
book."
don't want math in my sticker book. And then I already mentioned how much I like books for in the car, but again, there are specific needs of a book in a car for a kid especially, and I think what I would call blurb books are what do better in the car, because you can give it 3 minutes of attention and then move on. So books that, and these are generally nonfiction, that are going to have just little things to read, and then, you know, you don't even realize what your kid is doing, and you hear like, Mom, did you know that rovers safely delivered to the planet's surface, Mars exploration rovers carry robotic instruments to build up a picture of events and conditions on Mars? I'm like, I mean, I kind of knew that, but I didn't know you did. And then the added element of the pop-up, you know, always makes it more fun. So a blurb book, I usually get a new one for the car every time. Okay, this package is my crossover package. This is, pretend someone was like, look, we have a bunch of people. We need things for in the car, but they also need to be things that we're going to use and do on our vacation. So I need a lot of them to be doing double duty. So this was, it used to be $200. If I remove both of these, it's $200.
Okay.
But then I was like, oh, but I have to show these two. So this is my crossover, use in the car and use on your vacation. So this is a $200-ish package. First, why have I never used a small microscope in the car? You could absolutely look at all of these other things in the car. I think of it as an outdoor toy. It does not have to be. Everything can get bigger indoors or outdoors. And it has a light, so this microscope you're going to use in the car when you're bored. If my son's like, I'm bored, are we there yet? I'll be like, could you look at something up close for me? And then you can do it when you get there. Puppets or stuffies I love for travel, because they have the pretend play element, they have the comfort element when you're missing home, and how hilarious is this sandwich finger puppet?
So cute.
There's also a big one, and there's also a corn. So all of those you probably need. Now you're probably wondering, how do the rest of these things cross over?
I'm not, because, you know,
Yeah.
I work with you and know your brain.
She's like, some of these are going to be a stretch. Yeah. Did you know that Plus Plus floats?
Just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for that tip, Ryan. Plus Plus floats. So the big pieces are awesome to use in the pool or the bathtub too. So now you've taken your construction into the bathtub, and this food set I really think is going to cross all of the ages. And I will also say, I know a lot of kids that when they've technically grown into the smaller plus size still prefer
I love
the big
plus.
ones. You just make bigger things, and they float. Sticky bubble blobbies, because you have to utilize your windows when you're traveling, and so these are going to stick to and roll down your window, so you can do window play. And then you can also, once you get to vacation, make games, like you could fling it at the sliding window wherever you're staying, or the hotel window. So this one definitely getting double duty there. I hope that someone's watched enough of these that you have already said to yourself, Hillary didn't put what she always says is her number one travel essential, pen and paper, in any of these packages, because I knew that I had it in here. So this is a small little toaster pastry with the pen. Pen and paper is essential for one in the car, but then at every single restaurant. So if you keep this in your purse and you forget to take anything for anybody to do at the restaurant, you can pull these out. Have you looked through this one?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So Bug Adventures, 250 stickers plus play and learn activities. You know what I was thinking with this? In the car, you do all of the sticker things and you look at and you learn about the bugs, and then you get to where you're going and you try to find the actual bugs. So it's a car activity, and then it's a scavenger hunt. These were here for me to remind people of the trick that if you think you really have to ramp up the excitement around the on-the-go toys, have us wrap a few of them.
Yeah.
That makes it like really exciting. The first time that we did like a 14-hour drive, I had something little to unwrap every hour. which in this case could be like one of these eggs, but these I accidentally dropped, so they opened anyway, and now I know I'm not going to harm anything any further. These are individual mystery eggs with, oh, that's a good one, with a little fidgety sensory animal inside. So this is the animal set. What do we get back? Dragons?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen what
Okay.
I got checked in. Probably.
We at least have animals and dragons, and
Turtles,
then
maybe.
and then I think the single ones, are they turtles, Steph? Because we
The
have
single ones are turtles.
Okay, we have them so you can buy individually too, and the turtles are adorable. I took a picture when I saw them in
We
person.
have all 3 mini mystery 6-packs too.
Okay, yep. So,
Turtles, dragons, and animals.
and this could be 6 hours worth of travel to get one every hour. This one I was really proud of. You're like, Pop-Tarts, how are we gonna play that in the car? You're not. You're gonna do another one of my favorite card games. Can you connect the windows? Yeah.
Don't throw it at the windshield.
No, don't throw it at the windshield. So you're just going to use these as suction cup toys in the car. The kids can build with them. They can string them across the windows. And then when you get to your vacation, you have the actual game that the adults are also going to enjoy. And they glow in the dark, because who doesn't stay up too late on vacation? We all do. The dojis are squishy and pretend play and collectible and mystery and 3 in a box. So this one, yeah, does all of it. Why not make drinking your water more exciting? So, I am pretty strict on a travel rule of we only drink water in the car, because they like sweet drinks way too much, so they'll drink too much, we'll have to stop more. And this also keeps water cold for like the entire day. So a new water bottle is a fun way to say, okay, I know you're only allowed to have water, but it's fun water. What did I put here?
Fun water.
It's fun. It's fun giraffe water. You want to do some would you rathers?
Sure. Me and Andrew played this yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather jokes and riddles are just like one of my favorite car activities. Okay. Would you rather swallow a spoonful of hot sauce or medicine? Now it does not say what the medicine is.
Medicine, 100%. No matter what it is. Hot sauce, never. Ugh. So vinegary.
See, I think I'm allergic to cough medicine.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be something you would be allergic
I don't
to.
have a diagnosed allergy.
Oh,
it's
you're just-
self-diagnosed.
Yeah, it tastes terrible.
I
but
mean, I throw up if I put it in my mouth, like a cough drop.
I think I would throw up if
So-
I had a spoonful of hot sauce.
Do you?
Yeah.
I would do hot sauce over cough medicine, but medicine over any other.
I like hot things, but I did
But not
like
hot sauce. Oh, this one's so mean. Would you rather eat healthy food that tastes sticky or yummy food that makes you throw up? I think I'm gonna do the healthy food.
Yeah.
Throwing up is not fun.
No.
Okay. Ooh, would you rather swim in water with dead jellyfish or live sharks? Well, most sharks aren't. What kind of sharks? I'm the person who asks too many questions.
Probably the live sharks.
Just play
I
the
still
game,
don't want to be.
Hillary.
I still don't want to be surrounded by jellyfish if they're dead.
No, because they still sting.
Yeah.
But warm vinegar. That's the kick. The trick. Just put it
Oh,
on.
if you got
Sting
stung.
goes away. Would you rather share your lunch with a ghost or a leprechaun?
A ghost.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because the ghost can't eat it, and the
Right.
leprechaun's gonna steal it. So
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm taking my gold coins.
No. Okay, last one. I know your answer.
I didn't see it.
Would you rather find 50 puppets in your bedroom or 25 clowns?
I would move.
Emily
And I
does
love
not
my
like
house.
clowns.
I would move.
Can you imagine 25 of them?
Or puppets? I mean, who answers to the clowns?
Yeah, puppets are fine. Whoever wrote this has never seen a full famous puppet.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
a sandwich
yeah.
puppet.
How many puppets?
Reverso, same as this. This is the smallest, most transportable version of like the IQ games, but it can just live in your purse and you don't lose any pieces. It's spectacular. And then Calico Critters, you can split this up. You know, everyone can have
It'd be four
one to play
surprises.
with. And now my kids are really big figurine players, but it is also one of the most essential things for me to take with us when we travel is some kind of small figurines, because it's what they will start defaulting to, and it'll end up being the only thing taken to the restaurants is the little figurines. So that's on the go. So let us help you make your vacation extra fun, because we're going to make the travel time to and from a lot easier than it otherwise would have been. So let us know how we can help you. If you haven't done this before, you tell us everything. You tell us the do's and the don'ts. You say, no, I absolutely do not want slime in my car. You say, I can spend $100 or I can spend 75 or 200. You tell us. And then you tell us about the kids and what they like, or the adults, and we put it all together.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're the Toy Chest in Indiana, but we'll ship to you anywhere in the U.S. Can't wait to make you an on-the-go package. Bye.
Bye.